Welcome back, friends. This is Solomon Jagwe. I'm back with another quick insight and mini tutorial. So today we're going to be talking about the Omniverse and Character Creator 3, the connector. And so today, I was just looking at my Omniverse and I noticed there was a new update, 2021.1.1. And among the new things that they seem to have added, I noticed something down here. It says blend shapes. Okay. So, that really piqued my attention. I'm like, okay, blend shapes. Does that mean that morphs and facial animation is now supported? So we're going to update and we're going to see if facial animation has been added to this new update, because I've been looking forward to showcasing that. And I did another video where I showed this character I animated in iClone and wanted to show how it looked in the Omniverse over here. So once I've finished updating, we're gonna see if that facial animation can come in. All right. And so guys, if you're new to my channel, I kindly ask that you spare a minute to subscribe and hit that subscription button right there and hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I post a new video. And guys, look, we finally made it to 8,000 subscribers. Thank you to every single person that has joined me, and to all my steady subscribers. I truly appreciate it. And I thank you so much to the patrons. You guys inspire me to create even more tutorials. So whatever you're donating and contributing is helping every other indie filmmaker out there who can't afford that. That's why I'm very appreciative of your support during Patreon. So if you're able, I kindly ask that you consider becoming a patron so I can continue creating these tutorials to help all of us. Thank you so much, guys. So we're going to go back. We're going to be looking at the Omniverse over here. Let's go ahead and update. And it's 741, about 742 megabytes. And you can see how fast it's going. It's not going to take very long, so we can stay here. I don't need to pause the video. And so I'm excited, because this is to see that they've added the ability to do all these kind of things is very interesting to me, because I love rendering in real time. I'm always on a quest to speed up the renders of my short films, especially for the adventures of Nkoza and Nancha and my science fiction films. So if this is going to offer me a path to getting an episode out real quick, maybe a pilot episode or a short film, I am all for it, and I'm all for trying it out and see the results out of it. So because I'm always on a hunt for tools that can help us as storytellers to bring our stories to life as quickly as possible, because usually the nature of our journey is that we're usually small teams, and we have these big dreams that require a lot of resources. So any tool out there that can help us get closer to that dream, I think is worth trying out. All right. So we have the update, and now I can see 2021.1.1. And let me see under the connectors if there's anything else that I need to update. Looks like the one for Unreal Engine has an update. Let me go ahead and update that one as well. I hope it doesn't take. Okay, that's 101. Because if facial animation is supported in this update as well, maybe it means that you'll be able to bring characters with facial animation from the Unreal Engine. I don't know yet. We're gonna find out together, and then we're gonna see if it actually works. Because that would be so cool if you can do that in the Unreal Engine to support facial animation, both facial and full body animation. So it looks like it's done. It says it's installed over there. So go back to connectors, and everything looks fine, right? So we'll go back to Exchange, and we're gonna fire up our Omniverse Create. Click launch. Yes, 2021.1. Allow access. And before I got to this point, I made sure to update my graphics drivers. I'm using the studio driver, not the game drivers. I'm using the studio driver because this uses RTX real-time rendering. I don't want to take advantage of all that. Okay. So let's give it a chance to update here. While that's doing that, let's go to iClone over here. So this is the scene that we're going to be testing today. And this was based on a line that I wrote. I was imagining this little cool guy, you know, he's like go-getter, macho kind of guy, and he's being asked a question. And let me play it back so you can see what the audio is.
I have been to the edge and back. I am often asked what I value most in life. My answer is always the same. I reply that I am a man of many appetites. Why confine me to one meal when I could enjoy all of them? What do I value most in life? Everything.
Yes, sir. All right, so this is what we're going to be testing. It has a full body animation, and I can zoom out. And it has facial animation. So the key, again, to sending this animation is we have to use Motion Plus. So what you do in iClone, the nature of iClone is that you're able to save clips that are on the body as well as on the face, and then reuse them on other characters. That is what's really cool. So if you have like a background character somewhere that is just idle and looking around, and you don't want to redo that animation because of the background characters, then it's really good that you're able to save that animation and repurpose it. And the way you access that, simply go to this icon right here, and it's the animation icon. Click on it and it'll bring up the tab. And so there's a template folder, but if you want to create your own, you have to click on custom over here, and there is a Motion Plus folder. So if you're just wanting to save the body of this character, for example, then you put the motion here in the motion subfolder. If you want to save both the facial animation and the full body animation, then you have to put it under Motion Plus. So we'll double click on Motion Plus, and I try to stay organized. So I'll go to 2021. This is a lab session, but I will show you how I do that. I also simply right click here, click on new folder. I'm gonna call this Omniverse. Okay, double click on it, and find a frame of the animation, because it's gonna capture the thumbnail right there. And maybe just remind you that it has facial animation. You can find a place where the mouth, for example, is open like that, like right there. That's funny. And then click on the character. Make sure you click on the character, because if you don't, this plus sign won't show up, and yet you need that. So click on that. It's gonna create the name right here. So we'll call this Simon Omniverse 01. Okay, so that's one, and that's the one we're gonna need to send to character creator 3.41, so that we can load it onto and then export it. So right now, the way the Omniverse works is that there's no connector for iClone yet. Maybe there will be in the near future, but the only connectors that are available in the Omniverse are only for, at least it's 3ds Max. I have 3ds Max, Maya, Rivet, and the Unreal Engine, and then Reallusion character creator. So hopefully at some point they will be able to do one for, you know, iClone, so that you can send directly from iClone. But for now, there's nothing yet. So we have to take the character to the character creator 3 so that we can send it to the Omniverse. Okay. So now that the animation is ready, and you can also show the timeline to see how big the animation is. Let's frame this to fit in the window. Our character is selected. Let me scroll this up a little bit. So we need up to, that's the end of the animation. So we'll make sure that it's 1504. That's the total number of frames, 1504. Okay. And so we will select this character again. So because if you don't clip out the animation range, it will assume that this this motion plus file is as long as that many frames. So whatever you clip it, that's how much data is going to be saved. So we have to select this and select the character again and replace. Yes. All right. But then if you want to get that little silly thumbnail, you can right click on the motion plus clip over here and capture thumbnail, and there you have your thumbnail. Okay, so as you can tell, you can have multiple versions of this after you edit it. Like if you needed to tweak some lips, you can go ahead and create multiple versions and then repurpose those. Okay, now that we have the file ready, first let's go right click and click on find file, and that is gonna be here. This is where we saved it, so we need to have this window open when we're exporting from Character Creator 3. Okay, so when we're ready, make sure you select the character, and we're gonna edit this character inside of Character Creator, right? So if you don't, this probably won't work if your character is custom. So if you have like a custom character that you brought in from 3D Exchange, this button is not going to show as an editing character creator. So that's not going to work. So this is a Character Creator 3 file. This character is originally from Character Creator 3. So we'll be able to send it directly. So go ahead and click Edit in Character Creator. And we have Character Creator running here. You like to, nope, replace all. So we'll let it run through. Wow, that's okay. I was going to say let's do something else while it does, but that was pretty quick. All right, so there's our guy, and he doesn't have the animation yet. Okay, just so you can. And by the way, I mean, there are some things popping through here. We can actually fix that using the edit mesh. We can edit mesh and fix those protruding meshes right there. So for example, let's see the sweater. I can go to edit mesh, and we're gonna sculpt, and let's do mirror. And so let's fix those protruding meshes real quick. That's just by the way, in case that bothers you, like sometimes it bothers me. All right, so just do just the sweater. We don't need to do the body. All right, and when you're done, just click and then there we go. All right, so our guy is ready to be sent to the Omniverse. Take a journey into the ether, I suppose. All right, Simon, ready for the trip? Here we go. So if you've installed your connector, the Omniverse connector, which I showed you earlier on here, it's the Omniverse, right? It's available for you to install. It's actually free. You don't have to buy it. You have to update your Character Creator 3.41. That was going to come with the Omniverse. You need to go to your Reallusion Hub. That's where you update the Omniverse connector to be part of it. So update your Character Creator 3.41. You have the Omniverse in there. All right. So it will show up, and we can click on export here, and we'll call this Simon Omni V2. Okay, and it's gonna be, we are sending this for RTX real time, and if you want to include the animation, we put it right here. So remember that folder we're able to, where did, not that one, where did we put that? Omniverse right here. So that file in iClone, this right here, we saved it to the Motion Plus folder, right click, and then click on find file. So it was able to bring us here. So now this is the folder that needs to be open when you're in Character Creator 3.41, and you bring that folder up and then drag and drop that Motion Plus file in there. So if you have motion, like other kinds of motion plus, and we'll go ahead and try that as well. So in the template folder, over here, there is a Motion Plus folder. So let's go in here, let's go to mail. We'll try this one of Mason. Right click on it, find file, and minimize that. So minimize this also, and we can drag Mason Talk to here. You can even drag Mason Talk. No, we don't want that. Over here as well. Okay. So now that you have now this is a test to see if the new update, the new Omniverse update, where was it? In the apps. If this new update, Omniverse Create, the 2021.1, 2021.1.1, that's funny, is supports like what they say here, the blend shapes. This is a test to see if that's going to work. Okay, so I will delete hidden faces. We don't need to include that because there's a scene that I want to import this into already. I'm going to click export. Okay, and over here in the Omniverse projects, there's Simon, and I'm gonna create a new folder. By the way, someone had told me that like if you press F2 right here, like if I press F2, it will create a folder, but that's not the case, you know. So F2 doesn't do anything in this situation. And even if you right click and say create new folder, if you create a new folder without renaming it, so if I try to name this Simon Omniverse, actually let me see, real time, and this is gonna be 03, and let's copy that. So if I press enter, it doesn't do it. This is a bug for sure. So even pressing F2 doesn't fix that. So what I do is I simply go copy that path, and this is just a temporary fix because I'm hoping that they fix this. File exporter, and then I copy that path and this part over here, and so that folder I'm just gonna call it, sorry, no, not that, I'm gonna call this Simon underscore RT underscore 03. Press enter, watch what happens over there. So it has created it. Now I can go back and open. Now you could do this beforehand, but I just want to show that there's something wrong there that probably needs to be fixed by the team. Okay, we'll call this again Simon underscore RT underscore 0. Actually, let's call this anim underscore 00 and save. And this process doesn't take very long. Again, depending on the length of the animation, and it might take a little bit of time if you have a super duped up machine, but overall I've noticed that it doesn't take like very long for the tests that I've been doing. As you can see, it's moving very fast, and that's less than probably 2 minutes. All right, it's done. So here we are done with our character creator 3, and now it's time for us to should I need to fix something, I'll come back, but I'm going to minimize this for now. And just close that, and we're in the Omniverse. Okay, now I can go to my drive, Omniverse projects, Simon 3. All right, so here we are, we have the Simon project. Now that I'm hoping that this actually works, so we're gonna double click on that character. So the textures are gonna go through and update. So just give it a second. And over here on the bottom right hand corner, you see the progress bar as it's generating the PBR textures. And so there we have. And I can also go ahead and let's create a quick light sphere light. All right, so we've loaded our character and added a light. And another quick tip, guys, if you go to the layer tab over here and deselect, but click on the root, this is where you set the frames per second. So if I play back this animation, okay, so it looks like the lips are moving and the eyes are moving, but the blend shapes are not there yet. So which means, for me, it means that probably if you have like a rig that is bone based, that the Omniverse will be able to support the facial animation. So, but as it is for now, looks like the blend shapes are not yet supported, and maybe I'm missing something. I'll continue reading up, but this was the test today to see if the facial animation is working. I mean, the body animation, you can tell, is working, and the eyes are moving, the jaw is moving, but the facial animation is not yet fully supported. So that was a test, and I hope that is helpful, guys. So over here, let me go ahead and stop this. If I change this frames per second to 30 frames per second and go back and replay this, let's go to the beginning and play. So you can see how much slower it is. So the animation that we sent from iClone comes in rather from iClone and then to Character Creator 3 comes in at 60 frames per second. So that's where we need to change that. So should yours be moving really slow, just go ahead and change that to 60 frames per second and then rewind and then play. It should be able to play out nicely like that. So, and then there's also another file that where is it? Old Attic. This is another one that I tested. We won't save that one. So this one, I wanted to show a little bit of the depth of field, the look and feel of what it looks like. If you wanted to render a final shot, what would it actually look like if you enabled depth of field for the camera? Give it a chance again to generate all the different shaders for the character. It's at around 2%. Let's see if it. All right. It's generating on the hair as well as the environment. Right, it looks like it's generating for the books materials. All right, guys. So I had hoped that this Omniverse update would include. So I think maybe the plugin for the connector for Character Creator 3 also needs to be updated to match this, because clearly, I mean, it says that blend shapes are supported. But as from the test that we've just seen, and this was another test that I did, if we play back, you see with the depth of field, so the jaw is moving and the eyes are moving, the full body animation is there, but what's missing are the blend shapes. So one of two things: either the update doesn't yet support blend shapes completely or totally, or that the connector for Character Creator 3 is yet to be updated to match this new update. So when that one comes out, I'll test it and also share the results. But for now, I think if you have, and this is just me thinking out loud, I think if you have like a bone-based character, the animation will be able to work in here. And the reason I'm saying that is because the jaw is moving, the eyes are moving. So if it's not blend shapes and your character animation has bones, I think it will be able to work. But for today, this was a test that I wanted to share with you, and I'll continue to be on the lookout. Again, thank you so much, guys, for joining me today, and please stay safe, dare to dream big, never give up on your dream, guys. Much love, and bye for now.